Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's global transmission of the TTO Radio's Total Takeover Marketing. Hey, today we have a question. How many leaders does it take to build a large downline of 10,000 marketers? If you have the answer to that question, we want you to call in. The number is 712-775-7035, access code 213-884-pound, and then you press *6. The topic of today's show is, what is team building? And that's exactly what we're going to get into right now. Over to you, Carl.
Awesome. You know, I'm really excited today because we've got a bunch of milestones for people that are actually on the panel here today. And, you know, we're going to get into, you know, discussion on when that happens. There's a milestone that's about to happen for me probably during this show today. And Tracy experienced one earlier today, and I'm going to let her announce that. And Janet Legere, who came on here, hit a huge milestone as well. So she'll be announcing that milestone that she hit. Not sure if Lorraine has one, but you know what, Lorraine, you're going to be able to come on here and announce any kind of milestone that you have. Team building. And you know, the one thing I want to talk about, this is why I love this subject, because there's a lot of people that get confused between team building and a team build. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we go through and we let you all know just the difference between the two of them. So team building is when you are working together, okay, as a team, creating and going out there and doing and following the process to create the massive growth that you need. A team build is when it's organized, okay? And I'm not going to quite cover that right now, but because I want to go across a panel and I want everybody to give their take on the team building process. So let's go back. Do you want to just hand it across to Tracy and go right across there, Andrew? Just shake your head or thumbs up.
Let's call on each other. Once you're done calling somebody that hasn't shared on the subject yet, please.
Okay, over to you, Trace.
Thanks, Carl. What a great topic today. And like you said, we've got some great milestones that we've, some of us did reach today, some of our teams did, some are approaching that today and probably happen on the Hangout. But, you know, I love this topic. It's so great. Let me just go back a little bit to sort of recap kind of where we were yesterday, because in Total Takeover, we've had a massive growth since we closed out our Hangout yesterday, and that growth has been, as a company, over 3,100 members, and just another 500 since this morning, since we were online just talking back and forth on Facebook. So you can see that obviously, you know, the numbers don't lie. There's something very special going on here, and the word is getting out. So, but you know, that's what it is. It's about the team. It's about the moment that you have sponsored somebody, you know, you're the leader, and you're the leader of that team. It's all about you and what your team can do together. It's about communication. It's about being current. It's about being able to stand up and lock arms with the people that come up, do show up. And, you know, people kind of have a misconception in this industry about, you know, the people that build these big teams. Everybody started with their first sponsor, their very first sponsorship, and it's about taking that initiative of being bold and standing up and taking a leadership role. That means showing up. That means getting current information. That means communication is key. You know, you have to be able to communicate back and forth. And as your team grows bigger and bigger and bigger, we've got great communicators on this panel here, and we're really excited about bringing in more and more people. We're just here at the very beginning of this process with our Total Takeover hangover. I keep saying hangout. I knew it was going to happen. Sorry, guys.
That's good, Tracy. We're never going to let you live that one down.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's been recorded for posterity for sure. But you know what? It's a little bit of a twist of words there. But you know what? We're really excited about where we're going. And if we can't have a little bit of fun, you know, that's what this team here is. We're all about fun. We're all about showing up. And, you know, we're so excited about where this is going as a team, and the team starts from the top. The speed of the pack, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So when you've got somebody that's so dedicated, I was so going to be careful about not saying that. When you're so dedicated about being there to you know, send traffic, information traffic to your members so everybody knows what's going on. The worst case scenario in a team is the person that is kind of clueless and doesn't know what's going on. But you know what? It's your responsibility as an individual to stay plugged in, because as your team grows, of course, it just gets more busy, and the people that come to the forefront and demand your time, demand you know, information, demand to become a leader themselves. That's how this process works in this industry. You know, you can't be a wallflower and then wonder why nothing ever gets produced in your organization. You know what? Be bold in your approach. Be strong. Be willing to learn and stay close to the leaders. Run with the pack and watch what happens in your organization. So, you know, I just want to kind of lay that out as people can kind of feed on a little bit. And, you know, Carl, we've already heard from you. We'll come back around, and if you want to just let me hand it down the line. Salud, let's hand it over to you, and let's hear your perspective on what the team building. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Carl. Salud, if you want to unmute yourself and then join in the conversation, we'd love to hear from you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Alejandro, Tracy, Janet, Lorraine, Andrew, and Carl. Good morning from Veracruz, Mexico. My personal view on this, I'm a complete beginner into this field. So I have to admit that I'm learning very, very much from all of you. I can see the smile from Janet from here. She knows I'm very busy learning from all of you. And one thing I have learned in this short while is that you have to make friends all around to build a team, to build a really strong team. If you try to do it alone, you will not do it. So last time I told you all that I was going to stick into this. I'm glued to you. So I will be here over and over and over until the rock comes in pieces, okay? I will gladly keep on hearing all your comments. I send you a very nice hello to you from Veracruz, Mexico. Go ahead, Mr. Carl.
Actually, we'll throw it right over to Lorraine. Over to you, Lorraine.
Well, great afternoon, everyone, from the Sunshine State of Florida. I am so enlightened with this topic this morning. Could not have been a better topic, because guess what? We are in the trenches right now in team building. And right now, I want to say this. I'm going to put some keywords out there. In team building, it has so many different facets in team building. If you don't have a relationship, it starts with relationship concept. And I'm going to say this. Leaders knows strength in personal relationship helps build their platform or their business in team building. To say that, morals, compassion, values, integrity is all a part of team building. I want to go one step further. Again, we are in the trenches right now of birthing. The birthing process of launching total takeover on January 26, 2015. Guys, we are all pregnant right now, getting ready to bring forth the birth of each and every one of our businesses in total takeover. That's where the team building starts, in the birth canal, ready to be pushed out on on January 26, 2015 at 12 midnight. Guys, I truly wants to say this. The greatest power in team building is people power, not leadership power. People power. Because it doesn't matter how great the product is, doesn't matter how great the service is. The bottom line is, I am trying to say is, success and failure all collaborates the people power. And if you understand the people power in building your business and going down, and it's all basically saying, it's all one body of people coming together to collaborate and showing that we can build a true dynasty within our organization. And it only takes one person to start that building of that team building. I just want to leave this. Each one, reach one. Each one, teach one. That's where our true mechanism to our team building begins. Carl, back over to you.
Nope, back over to Joan. We're going right this time. So to Joan and then to Janet. Over to you, Joan.
Hi, everybody. I wasn't on the call at the very beginning, so I missed a little bit, but I will try not to duplicate if I can help. To build a successful team, it takes a lot of work. This isn't just a walk in the park. One of the things that I feel is one of the most important things that a person needs to do in building a team is to qualify who you're bringing into the team. If you've got a lot of deadbeats that are sitting there that are waiting for you to make them wealthy, you are not going to have a successful team. So I think myself, to qualify people, it's almost like you need to give them an application to fill out mentally. Are you going to devote 100% to this? Are you, what is it that you're looking for? What are you bringing to the table that can help our team grow? Are you willing to work together as a team? We've got a certain list of requirements that we want you to be on calls. We want you to participate. We want you to be involved as a team. And if you're going to just go out there and do your thing, and you're not going to play like a team member should play, it's like on a football field. If you've got players and they have to direct their aim in a certain way, and one of the players says, no, I don't want to do it that way, I'm going to do it this way, you're going to lose the game. And it's the same in network marketing. You can bring people in, but if they're not game players, if they don't want to work to build the team together and they want to go and do their own thing, then your team can't grow. It can't duplicate because you've lost connection. And you need to keep that connection there. It's got to be fluid. Things have got to work the way they should work. And Carl is a good example of what a team leader does. He doesn't just throw you to the wolves and tell you to do your own thing, but he puts together a plan of operation, a 90-day game plan to help you move forward. Well, if people don't want to adapt that, if they don't want to move forward with that plan, then all of a sudden you've got a team that's not going to work together, and it's not going to develop the way it needs to bring not only them to success, but you personally. Let's face it, we put a lot of time and effort into network marketing. We want our team to be successful. So we don't want to go out and just drag anybody in. We want to qualify them. Are they going to stay connected? Are they going to move forward as a team? Are they going to contribute to the success of the whole team? I feel really that that's one of the most important things that we have to acknowledge about ourselves, that we're just not going to go out there and grab anybody off the street and then work from there.
Awesome. Thanks, Joan. Let's get over to Janet.
Well, hi, everybody. Great to be here this afternoon. And Carl and Tracy, I just want to first extend a big thank you to you guys as leaders in our organization. It is an honor working with you guys. It's so much fun. You make my job so easy. I love it. And Carl, if it wasn't for your action plan, I don't know, it just... When people say that they can't sponsor or it's not working, I'm like, you're not following the plan. I mean, it's we have it all there for you. It's all listed. You know, personally in our own group, we've got our team blog. And what do I do on my team blog? Direct them to you, because that's really follow the 90-day plan. You're going to make money in this business. If you don't have people in your group before launch, you're not talking to people, you're not doing enough. And you know, Joan hit the nail on the head there quite a bit about working with those who are actually taking action and qualifying the people that you bring into the business. We're in pre-launch, so qualifying comes after they get in. You know, they sign up for free. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry better sign up, because out of every Tom, Dick, and Harry, all those gems are going to come out, and they're going to get so excited, because all we need to do is direct them to the steps to follow to make it work. It was about 15 years ago, a lady I worked with, her name was Peggy Long. She was big into network marketing. It was our first experience into a network marketing online business, and she was doing a presentation much like these, doing a training call, and one of the things she said that stuck with me all these years is, run with the runners, walk with the walkers, stop with the stoppers. And that's what we need to do. We need to stop spending time with the time wasters, because people who are coming and asking those same questions over and over and over and over again, they're not following the instructions. The instructions are there. They're simple. Go follow the instructions, get the support you need. But the truth is that as a leader, you really have to, as Joan says, qualify your members and work with those who are willing to take the actions, willing to do the things that need to be done. This is not hard. Joan said it's a lot of work. I'm not finding any of this work. This is the most fun I've ever had, because the systems are in place. We don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to do. I have my morning routine. I get my ads out, and then I'm out connecting with people. I am talking to people. I'm communicating with them. I'm helping direct them. I'm getting our members on track. You know, where do you need help? What do you need to do? That's part of the team build. And I think if we keep that in our mind, that we need to work with those who show the interest, who are taking the actions, who are doing the steps that need to get done, and stop spending time with those who are really wasting your time. They're not following instructions. They're not doing the steps that are laid out there, because they're not hard. And if somebody isn't willing to take those steps, why should we as leaders be willing to spend our time with them? Now, having said that, there's a lot of new people coming online, and there's a lot of new people that are coming into this business who've never had success before, never made it work. So you have to give them a little bit of time at first. I'm not saying don't give those people any time, but you got to know when to draw the line and say, okay, you know what, here's what you need to do first. Do this. When you're done, come back and talk to me. And sometimes that can be hard to say no to someone and say, you know, I really don't have time right now to invest in this until you can show that you've taken those actions. And I think that's where true leadership comes in, when you're able to do that, to qualify your members and know who to work with. Because when you can work with those who are willing to take the steps and to walk those steps and move forward, your business is going to grow, your income's going to grow, and next Monday, you're going to be smiling all the way to the bank. Carl, Tracy, thank you for your leadership. If Val were here, I'd be giving him a big hug too. I'm really glad that our team is growing the way it is. We're going to hit 1,000 members today. Yay, team, you guys are rocking it. Never seen anything like this, and looking forward to that number doubling and even tripling before Monday. So thank you guys, and keep that team growing. Who's next?
Andrew, you're up, buddy.
I'm up. Hey, well, listen, what else can I say about team building that hasn't, or building as a team that hasn't already been said versus a team build? I guess we can talk about a team build right quick and point out what team building is not. In my understanding, and some people do what's called a team build, and there's a lot of people don't like that for various reasons. We can talk about those reasons, but instead of harping on that, we ought to harp on team building instead. A team build is basically it's a type of co-op where everyone's prospects that come into the team get sent to a particular designated member of the team until that person has a certain amount of people sponsored, and then you move to the next person. So that means that I would bring prospects to the table, and then whoever's in line in the team build, that person would be personally sponsored by somebody in the team. I don't think that most of us here on this panel like that idea, and we prefer to do team building instead, which is I want to help you generate prospects and help you personally sponsor your generated contacts, purchase contacts, whatever, and work from there so that it's not a dysfunctional situation. It seems like a team build could possibly attract some dysfunctional situations there. So let's talk about that right quick. Start over with Tracy.
Yeah, you're right, Andrew, and I've never been a fan of it, and here's why. Just to kind of go touch a little bit on what the team build is, like you said, it's kind of the rotators and helping, assisting people to build their teams and placing people. There are a number of reasons why they do fail. Eventually, they may start out really good, look like it's starting out really good, but what happens over time is that you can't possibly, over a very short period of time, assist the people that are coming in and looking for that free lunch. And what happens is you just have too many people that you have promised help to, and it could be next November before somebody receives any help. What you've done is you've put your team in waiting, and I always said that the most cancerous word to our industry is the word wait. And what it does is it really does, it stops your team from growing. And what you've done is you've actually you've really crippled that person in their growth process. Because in this industry, we get into this industry as a home business. But, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people are not aware of when they get into the industry. And a lot of it, about 99% of it, is about the personal growth. And you have to be able to have the failure. Welcome the failures. The people that are the biggest successes in this industry have just had more failures than everyone else. So, we welcome those things because it's a growth spurt. There's another challenge, and each challenge, as you grow up, move up that chain of responsibility, as your team grows, then you also get more responsibility to your team as well. So you have to be such a great communicator. You can't sit in the sidelines on the bench and wait for somebody to hand you lunch. I mean, you'll starve. That's not what this industry is about. It's about getting in there. It's about education. It's about self-education. It's about putting up your hand and saying, look, can you explain something to me? Maybe I don't quite get it yet. It's about being a really good communicator, being a really good listener. Hearing the needs of your people, adjusting the ship along the way. When they send spaceships to the moon or to Mars or wherever they're going to go, it's not a straight line from point A to point B. It's a consistent adjustment as you move through that passage. This industry is no different. And, when you first start out, the people, hey, I'm no different. I came into this industry pretty cocky, saying, I got some pretty good skills, business skills, management skills, people skills, all of that stuff. And holy smokes, I was humbled. I was completely humbled because, it's a completely different environment than anybody is used to. And it really, you have to hone those skills, and the better your skills get, your paycheck will be a result. It's not It's not a sales job, and that's where a lot of people get it confused. It's about it's about your strength of character. Lorraine, you hit the nail on the head. Talking about strength of character, your values, your integrity. Your integrity is not for sale. You have to do what's right, not who's right. You have to think about it globally amongst about what the team's values are and about moving forward. Sometimes it's about silent and soft strength, but it is about mental toughness most of all, because you know what? The bigger you get, the harder they're going to make you want to fall, because people don't know sometimes how to engage. But the biggest leaders out there are sometimes the biggest students of the industry as well, because they're willing to listen to the people. They're willing to listen to their peers, and it's about that self-development that makes the greatest leaders in this industry. So, Andrew, it looks like we have a caller in. Maybe we should pop over to you.
Yes, and I want to exhort everyone to come back and study this. The replay of this video. Tracy just said a lot of stuff there, and we could bring out some different things right here, right now, but we wouldn't cover it. It would be redundant within this show, and so come back and study what she just said. Please do that. Okay, let's go over to this caller. Caller, you're on the air from the 908 area code.
Hey, Carl. Hey, Tracy. It's Michelle. You guys hear me okay?
We hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, Michelle.
All right. Awesome. Well, I am so happy to be part of this group. Thank you very much for inviting me. What I wanted to say is, I come back from owning a business. I have a brick and mortar place in New Jersey. I'm a physical therapist. I have an MBA, and I am the opposite of what Tracy said she came in as being cocky. I am extremely humbled, and I am realizing all the things I don't know. The key for me is, over the last few days, I've studied, Carl, your stuff, and I've been shooting out posts everywhere, using my 3,000-person email, which is not a lot to some of you guys, but at least I have a little bit of a database there. And the biggest question that I have, and the help that I need, is people look at me and they run the other way when it comes to this type of situation. The negative connotations in people's minds is extremely frustrating, and I'm putting it out there, and I feel like I'm going to be an awesome leader, and I'm going to be able to teach everybody what I know, and I'm going to do all the things that you guys have been talking about on this call. But the problem is nobody's stepping up to the plate that I've introduced myself to, and again, posting everywhere, LinkedIn, Craigslist, Facebook, and nobody's stepping up to the plate and saying, hey, how can you help me? I'd like to get into this market. So what do you do when you have 0 leads that are really on your team right now, and where do you go from there?
Very good question, Michelle. I think all of us have run up across that same question from time to time. My take on that is next. Don't stop doing what I'm already doing, because people are looking for persistency and consistency, and it might not happen in a few days or a week. It may take a couple of weeks or a couple of months of people watching you, because people are watching you. If you're posting persistently and consistently somewhere in social media or on solo advertising, or even in a 3,000 member email list, which may or may not be the emails may or may not actually be getting to some of them, there are people watching you, and they're looking for persistency and consistency, and everybody's on like a time clock. Some people are in between 1 and 3 o'clock. Some people are between 3 and 3:30, 3:30 and 9, and 9 and 12. And each one of those segments on the time clock is I'm doing just fine where I am. My job is paying me. The life is wonderful. There's plenty of money. We have extra money. We do things. The family does things, and we have extra. I'm really not motivated to do much other than what I'm doing right now. However, I would like to at some point. And then 3 o'clock comes, and we all get on this. So a lot of people that's watching you right now may be somewhere on this clock, and 3 o'clock is oh crap, I just got laid off, and I'm enjoying this lifestyle, and I've got to find something. Hey, I remember Michelle. Michelle's been posting stuff. Where is that? I can't find it. Oh my God, I can't find that either one of those posts that she's made. Where is it? and so they'll be watching for that next time that Michelle posts. So that element's there, and it may take time, depending on your audience. So expanding my audience is what I'm working on right now. And honestly, I have gotten myself in a situation in marketing where my audience is real small. I don't have that 3,000 person email list. I had a 1 million person email list, and I've trashed it a long time ago. I purchase contacts and do all kinds of things. One moment. Let me click a button here. We have a call. Georgia, I will call you back. Somebody's calling on Scott. So that's my take on it. Expand, expand, expand. It's from one exposure to the next, and looking for those instant results. We all want them. Reality is some of us don't have the instant results, and we have to make little tweaks. So, there's other panelists here that are, in my opinion, a little bit more in lead of this particular team that would be able to address that more articulately, probably. So I'll let.
Okay.
I just want to add to that. You know what? That was a really great answer, Andrew. I loved it. You really hit the nail on the head. But here's a little something too. Michelle, you're a professional. You're educated. You're intelligent. You've been running a business, so you do have a lot of posture and a lot of. What you do is professional. So keep in mind this, because I was kind of in the same scenario too, and I left my corporate industry in 2006. People have a vision of who you are. They see you as what you've done and what you've accomplished. And so there could be kind of a little bit of a shock factor there going, wait a minute, now this is a little bit of a shift of a thing. So Andrew's correct, because Andrew's saying, you know what, they're on that clock. People are, and everybody is on it or will be on it at some time or another. Where they're at it situated right now they're observing. And so, if they haven't just jumped on your very first post, it's because they're kind of probably in a bit of shock value, saying, we know Michelle, we respect Michelle, she's a great business person, very successful. This is a bit of a shift for us. So that consistency and persistency is going to be very beneficial, and you have to stick with that. And people will understand why you're doing it. And that's going to be why there's so many people that are going back to taking a look at what we are doing. They maybe have seen it in the beginning. I talked to somebody last night. They said, oh, I kind of saw that out there, but you know what, Tracy? Here's what I did is I made contact with that person. I got them on the phone, just like you and I did, Michelle. We spoke for 2 hours. And, here it is you have that communication with someone, and it's the personal touch. It's the relationship building. It's not about 3,000 people. It's about one. And when you can make the contact with one person and have that human touch and build that relationship, it all starts with that first person. And you know what? And then you nurture that, and that's where your team starts to build, is because now you're working together as a team. And I just wanted, if anybody else wants to expand on that, but that's kind of where people's perception are going to change over time. People now see me as a network marketer in this industry. However, before I was in the grocery industry, and it was hard for them to connect the two at all. So it's a process, and it's a process we all go through. So
I want to kind of jump in.
Thank you, Tracy. Michelle, you're still on the line.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to?
I'd like to comment.
Okay.
Absolutely. You guys, that was amazing, because I took 2 points out of that. People are watching me. There are 2 people that actually have contacted me out of that list that at least went through and so I'm needing to call them and giving them a couple of days so it doesn't feel like I'm hounding on them. And consistency is definitely important, and also the idea of people seeing me and being totally confused. One person asked me if I was getting out of my physical therapy business, and I said, absolutely not. I'm using this to grow my business and expand my income. And so you're absolutely right. The last question that I have, very short question, very easy, is do you guys frown upon, or if somebody can afford it, is it advisable in my situation to buy leads? So I did buy the 100-pack of potential leads. Is it worth it to make that investment just to get the ball rolling?
Here's what I say on that, Michelle, and then I'll turn it back over to Tracy. First of all, let me address the co-op that's in our back office at TTO. Yes, I think that it's worth it to pay $99 for a guaranteed 100 pre-registrations, to have 100 targeted contacts that have actually pre-registered in your timestamp downline, to to qualify like Joan brought out a while ago. Very, very, very worth it. You may end up with one, you may end up with none, but what you will end up with is 100 possibilities for relationship building, and you'll have some people watching you. Aside from that, the word leads. Anytime you purchase leads on the internet, I'm here to tell you, and if somebody wants to challenge me on this, okay, they're not leads. They're targeted contact databases at best. Our job as marketers, if we acquire a targeted contact database, is to work that contact database and cultivate leads from it, and then cultivate prospects from that list of leads, and then cultivate leaders out, or customers, and then leaders out of the customers. So I personally purchase targeted contact databases, and I use the phone. I haven't just lately. I've been doing everything else, but one of my personally sponsored, Chris and I were talking about this last night. We're putting together again to where I will be modeling how to use the telephone, because I know how to use the telephone, and I know how to teach you how to use the telephone. So having without beating a dead horse to death here, purchasing targeted contact databases, and then and understanding they're not leads. You're using that to generate leads. That is viable. How to do that and it be viable, that's the trick. And reading scripts doesn't work. If you're going to use a script, you have to internalize it. So that's another training, another day that I'm willing to do. Tracy? Oh, wait, one second. Michelle?
I want to jump in here if I can.
Michelle, I'm going to take you out of queue. Michelle, I'm going to take you out of queue, so as the integrity of the show, and you can press *6 again and come back into queue if you have another question.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Bye.
Okay, I just want to jump in here really quick if I can, or do you have another caller, Andrew?
There is another caller on Skype. You want to go over to her right quick?
I'd like Carl just finish out this thought process, because I know you got something to say.
It's really quick. You know, it's back to what both Tracy and you were saying, Andrew, about you know, having these the people that you're connecting with on there. I mean, I teach a lot of that in my 90-day plan. You know, it's when you're going to be doing the prospecting and stuff like that, you want to make sure that you are doing an actual target. You know, like Andrew was saying with the leads and stuff like that, there are a lot of companies out there. What they do is they do what they call scraping. Okay, and which is they go through the internet and they scrape information of people that are in different opportunities and stuff, and they sell that to you as a lead. Those are not leads. All they are is information on people. In most cases, those people have no idea where you got the information from. What we're doing in the TTO and Total Takeover with the leads, the guaranteed leads you see in the back office there, these leads are generated from your affiliate link. Okay, this is the list building lead generation. Okay, this is where Janet's specialty, and I know Janet had to leave, but you know, this is the list building part, and this is the stuff you're going to see within our business. This is the stuff that we're generating, okay? And that's what Wallace and Dave are good at. I mean, not good at, they're great at, okay? And that's the difference between going out and buying somebody who says they're selling leads and then going out and get totally targeted leads that we're getting here. Now getting back to your first question about, you know, people you're connecting to, you know, you're going out there and you're not getting any response. Well, like Andrew was saying, people are watching you, okay? As a matter of fact, just recently, I had a few people come in and join me in Total Takeover, of which they told me that they were way too busy before. Okay? Now, here's why they joined me. Okay? Here's why they joined me, because I don't know, they couldn't have been that busy because they came in. But here's why. Because they wanted to see if I was jumping or whether I was stable. Okay? And we talk about this a lot. And that's why people are watching all the time. They want to see that you've stabilized, okay? That, you know, 1 week you're not here, and then 1 week you're here, and 1 week you're here. They're watching across social media. The other thing that I do, and you know, I highly recommend that you do this, and I kind of teach that in my little course there, is that you want to be posting your results on a daily basis, okay? I'm not talking about your money. I'm talking about the results of your business growth. Now, with me, I post twice a day. Once in the morning, I do a snapshot of what my genealogy is, okay? Both my enroller tree and then what the power line is. The power line really means nothing. That's just the total growth of the company, but it just shows people that the company's growing. And then you have your enroller tree. Whether you have a lot, whether you have a few, it doesn't matter. When you're posting constantly and consistently, people see that you're highly focused. And that is going to be the difference between whether they come on board with you or whether they pass you by. Okay? I mean, there's people that are in this business here. We've got almost 60,000 people in here. And I would look, when I look across social media, and I do a lot of social media looking, I see probably 0.3%. 0.3% of the entire database that's actually consistently promoting this. And those are the people that are building and expanding their business on a massive scale, okay? You're going to see on launch day that amount there, okay? This is what's going to happen from free launch to pre-launch when we start paying, okay? What's going to happen is what I'm telling you you should be doing right now is going to happen then. But people are going to be saying, oh my goodness, I just got paid. I just made this. I just made that. And what's going to end up happening is the database will triple to quadruple within the first 10 days. If we're at 60,000, we could be at 250,000 within 30 days, okay? That's the explosiveness that's going to happen. If you're not on top of your game now, you need to get on top of it. Because come launch day, those that are on top of it, those are the ones that are going to be seeing massive, and anybody involved in their organization down, okay? That's why I'm so excited, because I'm going to probably announce a milestone on here. I know Tracy's probably going to announce hers shortly because she did it today. Janet has left, unfortunately. But you know what? Any of you, if any of you listening here now, okay, have never experienced any kind of success until this program, I want you to call into Andrew. I want you to tell Andrew what your success is, what your milestone. If it's the first time you've sponsored somebody, if it's the first time you've had 100 people in your downline, if it's the first time you've had 1,000 people in your downline, call in. Let us know. Over to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Carl. Cool. Yeah, Tracy's clapping. That was something to clap for. Definitely was. I am calling Georgia. Actually, on our Skype method, we don't have people call in. The studio calls you. We can only take one Skype caller at a time. So if you do not have a phone, or if you're in a country other than the U.S. and you don't want to use your phone and you want to Skype into the show, you simply send me a text at TTO Radio on Skype saying, hey, I would like to call in via Skype, and I will call you. And that way we can keep the integrity of the show flowing properly. Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring Georgia on. Georgia, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, you are live and on the air.
I hear you.
You're live and on the air.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Georgia. You're live and on the air.
Okay, this computer works, the other one didn't. Okay, should I click on?
No, don't click on anything. Just talk. Do you have any questions for the panelists? They're listening. Everybody on the whole planet's listening to Georgia right now. You're live on the air.
I was just wondering how I get on, how I stay on, how I do participate if I'm online.
Are you talking about on Skype with the show?
With the show, yes.
Okay, you're on the show right now, Georgia.
That's what I know, that you're hearing me.
Oh.
Sounds sort of stupid.
You know, we'll work on that later. If you have any questions or comments for the panelists concerning our topic, we'll take that now. If not, then I'll get with you after the show, and we'll work on talking about how to have your video and everything for the next time you call in.
First of all, I'm not sure how to upload videos. I can do them on another program I have, but I've never been able to upload.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in, and if you have any questions or anything, you can text me, and I'll ask them of the panelists. Whenever the show's over, I'll get with you, and we'll have a chat, and I'll see what all I can do to help you and help you participate on the shows tomorrow and the consecutive days. How's that?
Sounds okay. What is your text? Well, I can't text. I can't text back. I can receive, but you know, 9238-9554, 815 area code, but text. You know, you could just do it on my, you know, what is your Skype?
Right, right. Okay, well, let me contact you after the show, Georgia, and we'll talk, and maybe we can, maybe I can help you be here present more, even with your webcam and everything, so we can actually participate in the show more tomorrow. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
I won't turn the video thing on now. I've got a line through it.
You can go and watch us at ttoradio.info.
How about if I just stay on? Because I got on early. I thought you were on
Okay.
Eastern time.
That's fine, unless I have another caller, then I'll have to drop you from this line and add more. Okay, we'll talk to you later. I'll call you after the show. Bye for now. All right. So thanks for calling in, Georgia, and I will get with you and have a conversation whenever we're not on the air in order to have the integrity of the flow of the show. So back to our topic. We are talking about what is team building, and we've covered lots of things here so far. One of the things that I really liked was the questions that Michelle asked. We have other callers. If you raise your hand, you simply press *6, and I will see that, and I'll bring you on. So let me turn it back up. You know what? Let me call on Lorraine. I know Lorraine's busting at the gut to say something about what we've said so far.
Well. Great topic, and great morning. Well, I just want to simply say this. In my team building, I believe in plugging in. Plugging in is another key component in team building. Another thing that I look at it, because pushing my people up is another key, because victory is a way of wanting to win. Because if you can't push your people up and get them on the ball, get them and mentoring them, having a mentorship with them, because really and truly, we got some people that will come into our lineage, and like I said, they don't know anything about network marketing. What do we do with them? Call 101. Pushing your people up, getting them focused, renewing their mindset, getting them to transition. Because I'm going to tell you right now, in order to go forward in building your team, like I said, it only takes one person to start to build the team, and then everybody starts to have that camaraderie. But one of the focus key thing is that everybody have to be on the same page. If you have one bad apple in that pack, oh, you can believe me or me, hell is going to bust loose up inside there until you could quarantine that one, until they could understand that we are here thrusting forward to get to one common goal. One common goal. And what is the one common goal? Getting to the top of our game. I personally believe that in our business partners are our greatest assets in our business. Treat them with kindness. Without them, you really don't have a business. And that's very key. And I'm not going to say much more going forward, but I'll turn it back over to you, Andrew.
All right. Hey, how's the flow of the show going? Do you have any suggestions or comments? You can email us at studio@ttoradio.info, studio@ttradio.info, and let us know your comments or your complaints. Wow, you know, the passion of TTO right there, Lorraine. She is such a passion. Listen, I'm going to turn it back over to Carl, because, you know, Carl is the one that's the driving force here with this venue, the TTO radio and the Hangouts and the Jam Session. Carl does a lot of stuff. You just wouldn't believe the things that he has to go through on a day-to-day basis in order for this show to be available to you. He has to go and create new stuff every day. The link is different every day. The description is different every day. All that stuff has to be done, and Carl does it, and that's part of our teamwork. I know I asked Carl the other day to treat me like I don't know beans about network marketing, and I chose Carl because of some some qualities that I like in him after having met him, and so I asked him that, Carl, will you treat me like I don't know beans about network marketing? Start from square one, act like I do know how to log on a computer, I do know how to use a mouse, okay, I do know how to use a microphone and a telephone and some things like that. And I know how to create accounts, some different things, and log in, and paste and copy and paste and write and stuff, things like that. But treat me like I'm brand new in network marketing. And he said, okay. And he took me and he gave me step A, step A, step C. So now I'm transmitting that to my whole team, and my team members are on board with that. So we're developing what Carl does, Andrew does. What Andrew does is what Chris does. What Chris does is what everybody else in our team does. And that's how we're doing it. So our team is doing all the same thing, and that's what I call working as a team. Carl?
Well, Andrew, I appreciate that, and I got to be careful I don't fall off this soapbox you put me on. So, but I appreciate those kudos, and you know what? It's all about team building, everyone. I do give my time, okay, as best as I can to anybody. That's why I create a lot of these sites, because again, I can't help everybody all at the same time. But I will, if somebody calls me and I'm there, I won't refuse them, okay, to the best of the time I give. And this is why I've developed like the 90-day plan and so forth. But team building is just kind of what we're talking about here. Tracy is my sponsor in this program here, and although I've known Tracy for quite some time and we've worked in the past, it's just when you start to build that bond, okay, it's like when you go and you get a job someplace and you just start to bond with your colleagues, your teammates, or the people you work with in the office. You just start to create that bond, whatever that bond might be, and it just allows you to basically come together, okay? And this is kind of what's happening here, and this is why I'm glad that we're able to have this particular topic, because everybody on this panel, I'm not sure about Alejandro, he might be connected to me somehow, but on this panel here, we have people on here that are connected in my upline and so forth, or downline, or whatever it may be. But we've also had people phoning in here that aren't connected to us at all, but we're still all part of the same team. The team is Total Takeover, okay? We're not talking linear teaming, okay? We're talking about a team in general in here. We're here to help and guide everybody that we possibly can in this entire entity, because the more people that have success in Total Takeover, the more people we attract to us, okay? And that's why I was talking a little bit earlier about how I do posts every day. I get people, believe it or not, well, you probably know this, I get people that have actually complained to me saying, can you stop spamming me? And it's funny, and this is on Facebook, okay? And all I do is post on my own wall, but they happen to be connected to me, so my posts go on their wall, and they think I'm spamming them, okay? So I have to tell this story because I had one particular individual that came to me because he says, you're getting posts all the time on my wall. I'm getting tired of seeing it. So I said, look, you have a couple of choices. There's, at the top of your Facebook, you can either go stop notifications, or you can unfriend me. It's that simple. And then you'll never get anything from me again. Oh, but I want to get stuff from you. But you're telling me I'm spamming you. Okay? So what happens? They join me in Total Takeover. Okay?
You never know. You
just don't. I always give this example, okay? People say, oh, you constantly spam me. You constantly spam me. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of examples here of what people are claiming is spam, okay? Okay? Everybody here on this panel and listening to me here I would assume that you all watch TV, okay? You know, yes, no, everybody watches TV, right? Okay. So when you're watching your favorite program or your movie or whatever it is online that you're watching, and a commercial comes on, and it's McDonald's, right? So that commercial takes a couple of minutes, the commercials go away, you start watching your movie, then commercials come again. The same damn commercial at McDonald's comes on, okay? I've seen that happen over the course of 60 minutes. I've seen the same McDonald's commercial 5 times, okay? And it just doesn't have to be McDonald's, it could be anything else. What is that? Okay? They actually call that advertisement, okay? That's actually what it's called, advertisement, okay? It's
I always thought those McDonald's hamburgers tasted like Spam.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing, okay? If you watch a commercial, if McDonald's did a commercial once a week, okay? How often would you actually go and eat at McDonald's? Maybe once a month or every couple of months, because it's not put into your thought pattern. Okay? The reason McDonald's commercials and a lot of the other commercials and Walmart and stuff like that are done so often, it's a subliminal message for you to go shopping, for you to go there and buy it. Okay? That is advertising. It's subliminal advertising is what it is. Okay? So what I do is the same thing. I'm subliminally advertising my total takeover business by making posts 2 or 3 times a day on my Facebook over and over and over again. How do you think I get the referrals into my business? I rarely pick up the phone anymore unless they're phoning me. I don't have to phone anybody anymore. They all phone me. They connect with me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Google+, and especially on Skype, which is my biggest, most powerful tool. I do 90% of my closing on Skype, okay? And it's all because when they text me on Facebook, I can say, here's my Skype. Let's get on Skype and talk, okay? I'm not talking to anybody. I'm directing them where they need to go. And then I get them on the phone, and it's like that big thing, you know, if you're a video game player or something, it's that thing that comes at the end. Game over. Okay, that's what happens. When I get them on the phone, that's it. Game over. Okay?
Val calls it checkmate.
Checkmate, right? So, you know, this is what's so powerful about that kind of advertising. So the next time you think somebody is spamming you, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your browser. I want you to type in the word spam. And I want you to read what the description is, the dictionary description of spam is. And then I want you to type in advertising and go and write and read the same thing. You'll see the difference between the two. Okay? Spamming is when you're literally trying to annoy somebody. You're when they say no and you keep doing it. Okay? Advertising is providing information on a consecutive and consistent basis. Okay? That's the difference between the two. So for anyone who is new to network marketing or to the internet, that's the difference between the two. For those of you that are veterans out there, stop using that word in the wrong term. You know better. Okay? So that's all I have to say. I do have to say one more thing. I am 11 people away from my milestone of 10,000 people in my downline. I want to throw it over to Tracy right now, if I could, Andrew.
Hang on just a second, Tracy. Tracy, hang on just a second. I went and looked it up, spam, and this is what I get. It's a product that's increasingly popular in Hawaii, and that its popularity is spreading to the U.S. mainland. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. The question of the day is how many leaders does it take to build a large downline of 10,000 people? If you know the answer to that question, call in and let's talk about it. Tracy?
Thanks. What a great hangout, you guys. Carl, congratulations to every single one person, because every single person is so important because it's part of the team. And Lorraine really summed it up really well. I love what she said. And you and I, Carl, we really developed such a great relationship as we all have, and that's part of how the team gels. And we have gotten to know each other very, very well over the last year or so. And I like to stay away from uplines and downlines because I think it's a success line, and that is part of what the team building part of it is because every single person is so important with their component and their part in creating what we do. We're creating a culture. In what Total Takeover is, we're really creating a culture, and we do. Carl, you're so great about helping people, and I know, heavens, I get people all the time. I have no idea who they are, who they belong to. You know what? If they're having some issues or they want to have a question answered, that's what our Facebook group is so great about. I don't know what we're at. We were over 5,600 yesterday when I looked at. We're probably close to 6,000 there, and that's everybody. That's everybody within the organization. It's not associated specifically any one team. It's everybody. So this is the culture that we create. We're helping each other. With whatever we need. We're raising people up, like Lorraine says, raising people up. And this is what we do at the top of the hour. Oh, thank you, it's the top of the hour. But you know what, here's what's so critical about what we do as leaders of teams is we raise people up. We bring out the best in each other. And it's not about just that leader bringing out the best of each one of you individually. It's about, again, that concept of providing the tools, providing the support, providing the dialogue, and being there to really polish up the edges of people, because that's what this industry does. It's about you as a person being the best person you can possibly be. When you do that, and you think a little bit differently every day. Your mindset is, and Lorraine, I keep going back to you because I love that, giving it a mental cleanse and getting that renewed mindset. And Carl, you've done it. Alejandro, you know what? God bless you, and congratulations for taking the initiative to be part of this panel. As a newcomer to the industry, it's people like you that really are standing up and realizing that you need to participate, and congratulations for doing that. And Joan, of course, you've always got a great viewpoint about the team access and what you've done, because you're a veteran in the industry. You've been around the block and back, and been with some some great leaders, maybe some not so great leaders, and you as a leader yourself have really always come out and shone with something to say, and it's always been very beneficial to everyone. And of course, Andrew, I'm just going across the team here because you know what? This is team building. This is what we're doing here on this call. And for the people that are calling in, the floor is open. All you need to do is pick up the phone, dial in on Skype. We've given you the opportunity to be part of this structure. It's educational, it's entertaining, it's unscripted. We're here to assist and bring a platform, a new platform, of course, with the radio show that Andrew has been so great putting this together. There's nothing like this out there. It's an opportunity for you to participate. If you're shy, pick up the phone or call in on Skype. If you really want to come in here and be part of this structure, then come in and put your name on the list to be part of the panel. We aren't differentiating between teams. We're not differentiating between anybody individually. We're here to help every single one. And I love that aspect of what Total Takeover is doing as a culture and a community. It's all of us. That's the team, folks. It's the entire team from the corporation and the nucleus that it is building out. And it's like that big bang that just keeps growing, and it's ready to take off and absolutely explode. Whether you're part of it now, whether you're part of it a little bit further down the road, it doesn't matter. But make a commitment. When you do make that commitment, show up, be part of the team, and watch absolutely wonderful things happen, not only for yourself, for your team, but also in your personal growth, because that's what's the most important here, is what you do as a person and develop and become. And that's what we're here to do as leaders, is to push you up and develop you and make you the best you can be. So, Andrew, over to you.
If not Total Takeover, then what? If not now, then when? If not you, then who? Wow, somebody's doing it. How about you? Is there anybody else have any other comments? Any other panelists?
I just wanted one closing out comment, and I don't know if I said it in the beginning or not. Carl said I had an announcement to make too, and that we did this morning. Our team, and it means all of you people out there, every single one of you, our team broke over 15,000 members, 15,000 subscribers. That's remarkable, absolutely remarkable, and it's growing exponentially as we speak. Carl, congratulations to you at the 10,000 mark. You're very, very close to it. Janet at 1,000, and you know everybody is building. Every single person is equally important, equally. But it's all up to you. We're here to build together, to lock arms and run. But it's up to you to come and reach out and put your arm through and be part of the structure too. So. Carl,
I just want to add to that. Look, you know, we've brought these hangouts here for everyone, as Tracy mentioned. So any of you leaders, no matter where you are in this company, this is for you as well. So just connect with any one of us here, like Tracy, myself, or Andrew, or go to ttoradio.info and get the email out there and email us and let us know if you want to be a panelist on here. We want you to come on here. Anybody, whether you're a leader, whether you're new to the industry, whatever it is, we want you to come on here, okay? We want to help brand you out across and build your TTO business. That's what it's for. It's not for any particular team. It's for the entire total takeover team. Back to you, Andrew, to close it out.
I just want to say one thing in closing. I just want to say this. Don't believe what you see, but see what you believe. Because with God, all things are possible. Bon appetit, and I'll see you at the top. I'll see you on the beaches, or I'll see you from the beaches. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you, Lorraine. How about you, Salah? Do you have any closing comments? Quickly. Joan, you have any closing comments? Quickly. You're muted. Now you're unmuted.
I just want to say that this is the time, if ever there has been an opportunity out there where you can have success, you can have it with TTO. So get involved and do it now.
Thank you, Joan. You have been watching the TTO radio show, the Total Takeover Marketing Network. I'm Andrew Morgan, your host from San Marcos, Texas. We've had an awesome hangout today. We need to talk about this one and promote it all across the social networks. And I want to see you here tomorrow. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can find all the information you need in order to participate, like our YouTube channel, add us to Google Plus and all that on ttoradio.info, ttoradio.info. Always remember, it takes leaders with vision to lead people with dreams. And let's participate in our own total takeover business like we would want our personally sponsored to participate. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.